What's up, guys? Just getting back to our channel. Tonight, I'll be doing a review for Monday Night Raw. So let's get to it then with the segment coming out. Jay Uso yeets his way through the crowd to the ring. Uso talks about how he'll be successful at Saturday night's main event, and Gunther makes his way down to the ring, interrupting Uso. Uso tells Gunther he'll take the title and hang it in his room. On Saturday, Gunther calls him a funny little man and says he was looking forward to squaring off with main event Jay Uso until today. He says he saw Uso acting like a dork, like the company mascot for everyone. He tells Uso that Uso doesn't walk his talk and calls him Reigns' lapdog and says he is a useful idiot because he runs to everyone's aid. Gunther says he words and actions align, and Usos don't. On Saturday, when the bell rings, Gunther says he will expose Uso for just being hype. Uso says Gunther is right. He's a mascot, but the crowd in is his team and squad, and they'll be with him when he wins on Saturday. He tells Gunther that he's main event at WrestleMania, and Gunther has it. This makes Gunther attack Uso, and the men battle it out in the ring. Uso super kicks Gunther, and Gunther leaves the ring. Uso poses with the belt in the ring. All right, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston walk backstage and run into JBL. Woods and Kingston and ask JBL to vouch for them to the crowd and slip him some bills. They tell JBL he had to cut his partner to get to the top, and JBL tell them he has their back and says he gets it. Why wouldn't they want to cut the muscular and charismatic part of the New Day? Woods and Kingston get pissed and leave. JBL comes out to commemorate for our next match. Cathy Cat catch up with Bayley backstage. Bayley says she's officially back on Raw and declares that she's entering the Royal Rumble this year. Nia Jax interrupts Bayley and she says she's in the Rumble and she'll win the Rumble, and she'll see her out here later tonight. All right, first match coming out: Rey Mysterio versus Kofi Kingston. Oh, before when the show started, Nia Jax attacked Rhea Ripley before we went to the inside the arena and stuff. So, anyways, all right, first match coming up: Rey Mysterio versus Kofi Kingston. Before the match, the New Day talks smack about being treated unfairly. When we get the bell, Kingston throws Mysterio into the corner, and they lock up again. Kingston slams Mysterio onto the mat, and they break for opposite corners. Mysterio and Kingston trade holds. Mysterio gets Kingston caught on the ropes and hits a 619. The men battle outside the ring, and Kingston sends Mysterio back into the ring. Kingston connects with uppercuts and stomps on Mysterio in the corner. The men head outside the ring, and Kingston powerbombs Mysterio outside the ring and stomps on him. Mysterio hurricanes Kingston into the steel steps and slams Kingston into the steel steps. Woods interferes by grabbing Mysterio's legs, allowing Kingston to capitalize and brutalize Mysterio. Kingston gets on the top rope and hammers down on Mysterio and covers him for a 2 count. Kingston punches Mysterio and covers again for a near fall. Kingston slaps Mysterio into a submission hold, and Mysterio fights out, but Kingston takes him down again. The men now trade blows in the middle of the ring, and Mysterio takes him down with a crossbody. Both men are on top the top turnbuckle, and Mysterio sends Kingston off and comes down on Kingston from the top row and smacks him around and covers for a 2. Kingston pokes Mysterio's eyes and splashes him and covers for a near fall. Mysterio gets Kingston set up for a 619, but Woods grabs Mysterio's leg and gets caught and ejected. Mysterio hits the 619, and Kingston gets his knees up from a splash. Mysterio rolls up Kingston for the win. So winner is Rey Mysterio. Winner is Rey Mysterio. After the match, Woods comes back and beats on Mysterio. Cruz Del Toro and Walking Wild come out to save Mysterio. Kathy Cut is backstage with American Reign about Creed Brothers and Dominic Mysterio, blah blah. At the match, Woods comes back and beats on Mysterio. Cruz Del Toro and Walking Wild come out to save Mysterio. Okay. Oh shit. Hold on. Okay, this person wrote the typed the same thing. Alright, Dragon Raymond catches up with Karrion Kross and Scar. She talks to them about the Wyatt 6 moving to SmackDown, The Miz not being here tonight. She asks Kross what's being accomplished this year, and Kross calls out Rollins, Punk, Zayn. Okay, I wish I would have showed that and not like go to commercial. Anyways, Sami Zayn comes out to the ring. Well, yeah, we have a segment with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn comes out to the ring and thanks the crowd for singing his theme song. He said he's not here to beat around the bush. He's spoken to Anna Pierce and he will be entering the Royal Rumble. He says Seth Rollins telling him to do things for him. It's open a lot of thoughts in his head. The young Sami Zayn, he thinks of only the few people who get to be WWE superstars, and says he's finally a top guy in WWE. He says the other top guys have won the world title, but he hasn't. He says he doesn't need the championship; he wants it. So he's going to take it. This hits a chord with Kevin Owens as he makes his way out to the ring. Zayn says it was only a matter of time Owens would do this. Zayn says he knows how Owens is pissed with people helping Reigns, so he's ready for it. Owens says he was upset and didn't understand it, but he started thinking, and the situations were different. Zayn and Reigns have history, just like he and Zayn have history, and that Zayn forgave Owens just like he forgave Reigns because Zayn is a good person. Owens tells Zayn they're like brothers, and that's why he's here to tell him that Zayn can and will win the Royal Rumble because he deserves it. He says after Zayn does this, they can do one more thing together, and that's main event WrestleMania 1-on-1. He tells Zayn this can only happen if he comes out Royal Rumble the champion. Roman says he has Zayn's back, and he knows he'll walk out the Rumble as a champ because he knows Zayn has his back. He says, he says he knows when he needs Zayn. Zayn will be there and leaves the ring. Caddy talks to Sheamus backstage. Sheamus says he's been chasing the IC title and will obtain it at Saturday Night's main event. Barbarian comes by and tells Sheamus that the IC title is his and he will beat up Sheamus. Sheamus pushes Breakker, who laughs and walks away. Then he walks backstage and stretches. Nia Jax walks backstage. Jack Rabbit catches up with Ludwig Kaiser, where Kaiser talks about being superior and how he become a champion. Alright, second match coming up: Nia Jax versus Bayley. We get the bell and Jax runs at Bayley, who dodges Jax and beats her in the corner. Bayley hits a DT on Jax and covers for a near fall. Bayley runs into a headbutt and Jax covers for a 1 count. Jax chokes out Bayley on the ropes and Jax slams Bayley to the mat and then chokes her out in the corner. Bayley hits a back suplex on Jax and covers for 2. Jax slams down Bayley and Bayley knocks her out of the ring. Bayley suicide dives into Jax outside the ring and gets in the face of Roxanne Perez, who sits in the crowd. Bayley smokes Perez and Jax attacks Bayley from behind. Back in the ring. Back in the ring. Jax slaps Bayley around and squishes her in the corner. Jax hits a hip check into Bayley in the corner and then tosses her outside the ring. Bayley makes her back in the ring and connects with some gut punches to Jax, but Jax drops her with an elbow. Jax works on Bayley's arm using the ropes. Bayley kicks Jax twice, but is then slammed and covered. But Bayley kicks out of the pin. Jax stands and stomps on Bayley's hand and then chokes her out using the ropes. Jax continues to single out Bayley's arm. Jax hits a leg drop splash on Bayley's shoulder. Occurs for a 2 count. Jax goes for a splash and Bayley barely moves out of the way. Bayley smokes Jax with some strikes and covers Jax for a near fall. Bayley kicks Jax out of the ring and uses the ropes to choke her, but Jax slams Bayley's shoulder on the ropes. Jax stands on Bayley's shoulders and sits on her shoulder. Bayley sunset flips Jax into the ring post, knocking her off the apron. Jax gets back in the ring and Bayley hits the annihilator on Jax and covers, but Jax kicks out. Bayley hits a middle rope and covers, and Jax kicks out again. Jax hits a shoulder breaker on Bayley and covers for 2. Jax splashes Bayley in the corner but gets sent out to the apron. Jax lands Bayley into the ring post and slams her head into the ring post. Jax gets thrown down face first from the ring post, from the ropes, and Bayley covers for a 2 count. Jax and Bayley are on the top row and Bayley hits a sunset flip powerbomb and covers for a 2 count. Bayley hits a flying elbow and Jax kicks out of the pan. Jax gets her knees taken out and Bayley runs into a pop-up Samoan drop and senton. Jax then hits the annihilator for the win. So winner is Nia Jax. Damn. After the match, Rhea Ripley comes out running to attack Jax. Jax and Ripley go at it in the ring. Jax is punched out in the corner and security runs down to separate the women. Jax breaks free and attacks Ripley and they're pulled apart again. This time Ripley breaks through breaks through and attacks Jax. The fight bleeds outside the ring, and Jax slams Ripley head onto an announce table and tosses Ripley on the table. Ripley dives off the table onto Jax, and security Ripley grabs a mic and gets on announce table and tells Jax she wants her on Saturday for Saturday night's main event. Hell yeah. Alright, Judgment Day and Chad Gable meet Dominic, who gives Chad Gable contact info for someone to help Gable and with luchadors. Don tells JD he will replace Balor for the match. Video package for Live Valkyria plays. Sami Zayn talks to Seth Rollins backstage. Rollins says even though they're friends, it's every man for himself at the Rumble. Alright, next match, third match, Pete Dunne versus Penta. At the bell, Penta Dunne trade strikes until Dunne gets him in a headlock. Penta fights out and kicks down Dunne, and Dunne then knocks Penta down after running at him. Dunne goes after Penta's fingers and elbow. Dunne is kicked in the corner, and Dunne runs back and kicks Penta. Dunne gets knocked out of the ring, and Penta goes for a suicide dive, but Dunne connects with a punch and slams him on the apron. Both men are outside the ring, and Dunne crushes Penta's fingers on the steel steps. Back in the ring, Dunne uses a submission hold to single out Penta's fingers. Dunne takes out Penta's arm, smashing his knees into him. Penta fights back with punches and kicks, but Dunne takes Penta down with the clotheslines. Dunne ties Penta's mask to the ropes and kicks Penta in the face. Dunne slams his knees down on Penta's arm. Again, Dunne kicks down Penta some more and flies at him with a punch to the face. Penta fights back and hits a sling blade on Dunne with a double kick in the corner. Penta hits a driver on Dunne and calls for a 2 count. Dunne connects with a drop kick and then kicks Penta some more. Penta super kicks Dunne and hits the Mexican Destroyer on Dunne, who rolls out of the ring. Penta suicide dives onto Dunne, and we get back in the ring, and Dunne hits a cradle DDT / spike on Penta for a 2 count. The men punch each other out in the center of the ring. Dunne slaps Penta in a triangle chokehold, and Penta bows out and hits a backbreaker on Dunne. Penta punches Dunne. Penta hits the Penta driver for the win. So winner is Penta. Yes. Alright, CM Punk comes out. CM Punk makes his way to Jack Redman, who is stationed in the arena, high-fiving everyone on the way. Redman asks Punk about the Royal Rumble and what makes this one different for CM Punk. CM Punk says he's a maker of history and says he comes alive when there's pressure and no one can beat him. And when he's at his best, he calls out several of the competitors who have already declared to be in the Royal Rumble. Captain Kelly talks to Warriors about the match. And so, blah, blah. Alright, fourth match coming up. Pure Fusion Collective, Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler with Sonya Deville versus Damage Control, Io Sky, Dakota Kai. Alright. Kai and Baszler start the match. Baszler starts with late strikes against Kai in the corner. Kai is knocked to the ground but is able to roll up Baszler for a quick 1 count. Kai gets thrown around and then kicks Baszler. Stark tags in and missile drop kicks Kai as she blind tagged in. Stark gets Kai in a submission hold and elbows Kai. Baszler tags in and she kicks Kai in the corner and PFC double team. Kai tries to tag, but Baszler gets her in a leg lock submission hold. Baszler continues to single out Kai's leg and Kai kicks out of the hold. Baszler tags out and Stark gets kicked by Kai, and Sky is now tagged in. Sky takes down Stark and Baszler. Sky suicide dives onto Baszler, who is outside the ring, and then hits a top rope missile drop kick on Stark. Sky hits her bullet train attack on Stark and covers her for a near fall. Deville tries to interfere, and Kai takes out Deville. Baszler smokes Kai, and this distracts Sky, allowing Stark to hit a modified flapjack and covers for 2. Baszler tags in, and they double team Sky. Kai then tanks out Stark, and Baszler slaps on the Kirifuda clutch. Sky bows out of it and hits her moonsault for the win. So winners are Damage Control. Alright, fifth match coming up. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, which is the main event. Alright, we get the bell, and Rollins and McIntyre stare each other down and finally lock out. Rollins is pushed into the corner, and McIntyre chops Rollins, and Rollins chops back. McIntyre takes down Rollins with a shoulder check, and Rollins fires back with some chops. Rollins is taken down again with a shoulder tackle. McIntyre smacks Rollins around the ring, and Rollins comes off the ropes and takes out McIntyre. McIntyre is then knocked out of the ring. Rollins hits a baseball slide and a suicide dive on McIntyre. Rollins tries another suicide dive and is caught by McIntyre, who tosses Rollins onto the announce table. McIntyre slams Rollins' head into the announce table and still stabs back in the ring. Rollins punches McIntyre, runs into a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, and McIntyre covers for a 2 count. Rollins gets choked out on the ropes, and then suplexes Rollins, and McIntyre gets a 1 count cover. McIntyre gets Rollins in a shoulder lock, but Rollins punches out of it. Excuse me, and McIntyre kicks Rollins off the ropes and covers for a near fall. Rollins and McIntyre now punch each other in the middle of the ring. Rollins kicks McIntyre in the face, and McIntyre sets up Rollins for an inverted Alabama slam, but Rollins counters and gets a roll up and a 2 count. Rollins punches McIntyre and then chops him like mad. McIntyre is driven shoulder first into the ring post and then slammed into another ring post and then to a third ring post. Rollins slams McIntyre arm into the ring post and hits a springboard knee strike and covers McIntyre for a near fall. Rollins hits a senton and covers McIntyre for a 2 count. Rollins attacks McIntyre's arm, and McIntyre catches Rollins with an uppercut. Rollins hits a superplex, and McIntyre hits a Michinoku driver and covers for a 2 count. McIntyre gets back on his feet first and sets up for the Claymore, but misses. Rollins runs into a spinebuster and a jackknife cover for Rollins. But Rollins kicks out. Rollins hits a Hurricanrana and super kick, followed by a float over Falcon Arrow, and McIntyre kicks out of the pin. And Rollins goes for the stomp but misses. McIntyre counters with the clotheslines and taking down Rollins. Taking down Rollins. McIntyre gets on the top row and jumps into an armbar by Rollins. Rollins slaps on a cross face on McIntyre, and McIntyre drags himself to the ropes, breaking the hold. McIntyre hits a future shock DDT and covers Rollins for a 2 count. McIntyre clotheslines Rollins hard and then hits another clothesline on Rollins. McIntyre sets up Rollins, who rolls over and rolls up McIntyre for the win. So winner is Seth Rollins. Alright, after the match, McIntyre claymores Rollins and goes to injure him on the ring post, and Sami Zayn runs out to help Rollins and takes out McIntyre. McIntyre throws Zayn into the barricades and attacks Rollins in the ring. Zayn comes in and goes to hit McIntyre with the Helluva Kick, but McIntyre moves out of the way and Zayn connects with Rollins' face. McIntyre retreats and Zayn looks on all worried about as the show goes off the air and stuff. So yeah, good show tonight. I enjoyed that and pretty good. But yeah, so Penta did another good job for another wrestling match. So which was earlier tonight. So yeah, good show tonight and stuff. And yeah, anyways, pretty good. Not too bad for tonight for the 3rd week in a row. So yeah, anyways, that was a good show, and I hope you liked this video. Not whatever. So like, subscribe, hit the bell button, and leave a comment if you guys want to leave a comment. If you guys want, I don't care what you guys do. That was it, and I'll see you guys in the next video for AW Dynamite, right? Laters.